Hi there, Chris here with another fresh tip for you all. In this video we are going to continue our look at painting the Stormcast Eternal Castigator. This is part 4, and in this video we are going to weather the cloth. As you can see, we have our cloth. It's been already painted as we did in part 2, so we're going to grab some Abaddon Black, some Dryad Bark. These are both Citadel colors. We're going to grab some sponginess of, basically you can get this sponge like in, blister packs, stuff like that. And of course, if you don't buy models with blister packs, basically resin and metal models, it comes in. You can go to any kind of painting supply place and pick up their finishing brushes, and it's a similar type of sponge they use. And the little tweezers, I just got the clamping motion just so they hang on to the sponge. I laid the black and the brown down at the same time, give it a quick little blend so that basically the black is in the upper portion and the brown is in the lower portion. And as I basically very lightly stipple the surface, I'm getting this darker and brighter tones being at the bottom. Again, I wasn't too worried about, laying too much down. And basically what this is kind of like is when we do it for armor, but we're looking to create these little holes and nooks and crannies. And what we want is kind of a tattered cloth, but we're going for an extreme kind of look. And you can see we did not use too much. Thunderhawk Blue is next. I'm going to slap a little bit to the palette. We're going to use a little bit of medium just to thin it out ever so slightly. We're grabbing our detail brush and we are going to highlight the bottom portion. So wherever it was brown, that's where we're laying the highlights down. Basically, we're creating a three-dimensional effect where it's where the darker tones are getting pushed back and the highlight tones are creating that forward edge, and we're creating that fake kind of texture on this surface. I also use the brush to create a little bit of brush strokes to represent the threads and tattered edges and things of that nature, and that's really what we're going for in those points. Some of the areas where I did not lay the sponge effect down, I simply, like on the collar of the and the back side of his of the cloth, I just simply come in and create this little stippled highlighting technique. As you can see here in some of the little areas, I just lightly tapped some of those areas just to create that edge. You can see along the edge of the cloth, I simply go around, stutter step around. Again, this is all to help create that kind of slight torn, tattered kind of look, or maybe there's even multiple layers to the cloth and it's torn down and it's whatever you want to imagine. Of course, we could have used a darker blue as well to create just a slight effect. That could have been as well. We're going to use the Fenrisian gray here, and basically this is going to be our next little highlight, and this is going to be used even sparingly, and we're also going to do just a little bit of edging on some points as well. Again, we're just following just those bottom portions of those areas, and of course I do a couple quick brush strokes to represent those tattered edges. You see here as I show around the other areas, I required these to use my eyes a little bit better, so I didn't film it quite as much because I have to old man eyes. I have to really kind of concentrate in on that stuff. But you can see it creates that look of tattered cloth. Now again, we went with a black and a brown, but you could just easily went darker blues or darker base tones, or even just pure black if you really wanted to. But that is it. That is the weathered cloth. Huge thank you to all my patrons. Without their support, these videos would not be possible. If you're considering Patreon support, huge thank you. Click the link in the description below and you will be helping me out tremendously. And so keep this channel running. Take care of those brushes and they will take care of you.